Couldn't find the right button. Couldn't find it. Nope. Nope. Hello and welcome back to the stream. Hello, Faison. Thank you for the raid. Song repeated fail. I've been I've tried to figure out, and this was a while ago. Tried to figure out a way to fade out, have the audio fade out, and I just couldn't fucking find it. You go through OBS, they're like, yeah, you can kind of do it, maybe. But I'm like, why isn't there a way to, like, I guess it, in OBS's defense, it doesn't really handle audio too terribly well. What you would need is like an audio mixer and then like manually like turn down the audio and like hit go, or as you're hitting go, have a slow transition and then turn the audio down as it transitions. Something like that. Maybe that's the actual answer. More tech is the answer to make this more complicated, so that way when one thing breaks, I piss myself. Turned on for what? Turned on for you. Man, that's an old song. But yes, welcome in. Welcome in. I was just... So, mild rant. When I go live, I will post the link to a couple Discords, like make sure it's properly posted in the Discord, and then I'll go to Twitter and I'll post it there as well. Despite the fact my following on Twitter is not that great, but doesn't matter. But I'll go on there, and then once I post it there, make sure it's up and running. I'll just kind of scroll through Twitter a bit, see if there's anything going on. And one of the things that was going on was a post that somebody had shared. We all know what's going on with the president and Jimmy Kimmel, and how Jimmy Kimmel was saying that Melania looked like a, what was it? Widow in waiting? Soon to be widow? Something like that. Not really important. The important bit is this. The fact is, like, should expectant widow. Thank you. The important bit is not that, you know, what he said was uncouth. But the issue is the fact that he's able to say it, get away with it. And there was a clip on Twitter that I just ran across right before I went live, where somebody showed the clip of, went back, this is 5 years ago? 4 years ago? Something like that. Aaron Rodgers made fun of Jimmy Kimmel. And Jimmy didn't like it. I think Aaron Rodgers may have called him a child molester. You know, some sort of accusation. Jimmy didn't like that. And so he's like expecting an apology or something like that. Now what's the difference? Is it because he didn't make it sound like a joke? I can't remember how Aaron Rodgers phrased it. Could it have been phrased as a joke? And if it was phrased as a joke, then it's like, oh, that's freedom of speech right there, because, you know, Jimmy, he's a late night host. He tells jokes. So what he said was a joke. You can't take it back. Like, you can't punish him for that. He called Jimmy a child molester? I think so. You know, just give me a sec. Let me look that up. Aaron Rodgers, Jimmy Kimmel, child molester. Oh, So this one is saying, did not directly call Jimmy Kimmel a child molester. He sparked a public feud by suggesting on the Pat McAfee show that Kimmel might be on the Jeffrey Epstein associate list, saying there's a lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, who are hoping that list doesn't come out. This comment led Kimmel... So, again, weasel words. Everyone's weasel wording. Not directly accused, but saying, you know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. He's on the list, too. And with everyone basically pointing the finger at everyone else. If you're on the list, then you got new. Because they want so bad for if Trump is on the list, that's how we can get him. But then they're like, wait, shit, fuck, I'm on the list. Uh-oh. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean, like, Trump, though. He's certainly, but I'm on the list. Fuck. Like, they get caught in a logic trap where they can't fucking rationalize the fact that it's like, well, I want to accuse him of doing it, but I was there too. Shit. So either we're both going to be guilty, like, do you have the bravery to go down with the ship? If you'd think they'd be like, oh yeah, I'm going to get, I'll be a hero. I'll take the bullet and go down swinging to... No, they're too worried about their own shit. Trump is literally Hitler. For real, for real. Worse than? It's like he is, but then also worse. How can you be worse than and also the thing? Man, this is like the worst pizza I've ever had. No, this pizza is worse than the last pizza I have, but it's also the worst pizza. I don't know why I use pizza analogy. If that's the case, Jimmy probably got scared because Aaron got a bullseye with a shot in the dark. Oh no, too close. Kimmel responded with a 7-minute monologue. 7-minute monologue. He took his entire fucking monologue. Or nearly. I don't know how long this monologue goes. But imagine, like, you're in charge of your own fucking show. You stopped your show dead so you could address this. Instead of, like, doing your job and entertaining. No, you gotta beef with it. Calling Rogers... And, of course, so... Rogers makes a... vague accusation. Jimmy name calls. Jimmy calls Rogers hamster-brained. Fancy word for stupid, but sure. You got your writers think that one up? And stating that such accusations fuel harassment from extremists, saying a lot of delusional people honestly believe I am meeting up with Tom Hanks and Oprah to drink the blood of children. He emphasized that he has never met Epstein and demanded an apology, noting that Rogers' remarks endangered his family. Do you see the funny in this? Not Jimmy telling the joke that's funny. He should be telling the jokes the funny haha. He's the late night comic man. Zero self-awareness. Exactly. Like, all of this being said, and now he just, like, takes shots at Trump whenever he can. And I'm telling jokes. It's like, you don't see how that may cause problems? How some things you may say may cause people to go a little loopy? It used to be, it's like, we can't take the heat on that. It's not the right thing to do. We'll back off on it. We'll do something else. No, it's like, fuck it. Who cares? Oh, it's so... Every like little bit that you want to give like a little benefit of the doubt, maybe they're just stupid, maybe they're just blind, and it just turns it, nope. there's no way. Might be stupid. I don't know. What's that law? Don't blame maliciousness what could be explained by stupidity. I forget which law that is. Jaeger knows. It's the there's no bad tact, it's only bad targets mentality. Remember Pizzagate? ESPN executives expressed concern with one calling Rogers' comment a dumb and factually inaccurate joke. Was it inaccurate? It's not a joke. He was just accusing Jimmy he may be on the Epstein list. It's not a... Was it a joke? See, this is the thing. People are just, oh, it was an uncolored joke. Hanlon's razor. There it is. That's the law. I hate people who keep constantly having to back off what they say and be like, oh, it's just a joke, bro. Don't tase me, bro. Just a joke. Just a joke. I'm just telling jokes. And sometimes it's clearer. Like, okay, so if a stand-up comedian, for instance, is your profession, you get up there and you start telling jokes. It makes sense. Things like he's told all these jokes before. He's telling a bunch of jokes. He's still telling jokes. These are all, you know, in the parentheses of the joke. But then when you're like, and this is what I will kind of be upset about Trump on, it's like when you're a political official, you kind of can't joke about certain things because people will take it serious. You can't go ho ho ho, ho ho, elbow, elbow, wink wink, nudge nudge. I'm not gonna bomb you or anything. Ho ho ho. That would be bad. It is bad. Don't do that. It's not the greatest thing to do. Harry's Razor, Dollar Shave Club. I actually used to use Dollar Shave Club, but then I only shaved like a little bit. So then I got like a stockpile of them. And of course they're like, change out your razors after every use. I'm like, fuck that. I'm using them multiple times until the wheels fall off, you piece of shit. These things cost money. I'm gonna use them. And now I have a stockpile of them and I haven't had to buy razors in like a decade. Pat McAfee issued a partial apology saying he regretted being part of the situation while defending the show's tone. What kind of apology is that? I'm sorry I was part of the situation. I'm sorry I stood in the room. I should have went to the bathroom instead. Okay. Alright. Rogers later denied calling Jimmy a pedophile, condemned fans who used the term, and said, I'm not stupid enough to accuse you of that with absolutely zero evidence. But he did not apologize. To say, I believe that just to say that he was on Epstein's list does not necessarily mean he was a pedophile. It just doesn't look very good, and people would ask questions. This was last year, 2024. 2 years ago. Jesus, it's 26. 2 years ago, this happened. God, I fucking hate Jimmy Kimmel so much. So damn much. But yeah, that was really goofy to me to have to run across that where he's being a whiny bitch about somebody saying something about him, but then Trump does it, or somebody he makes fun of, or says something about does it, and he basically says, sit and spin. But he's the victim. Okay. God. It can't... Can I find the ratings? I can't find the ratings. Because they're fucking doctored. But, like, I don't know a single fucking person who watches any late night television. I hardly know anyone who watches any TV. That's the big deal. He's a whiny little bitch that wants to dish it out but can't take it and thinks he's morally superior. I don't even know if it's not even about him not being able to take it. He just knows he can play victim whenever he wants. That is the play. The play is to cry bullying, they call it, where basically they get to lash out, but if you try to defend yourself or smack back in any sort of way, you're the bad guy. You're the bad guy. You started it by making me make fun of you, and then you smacked me back. Boomers are the only ones that watch nowadays? Can he even be that many boomers? Are we really going to blame boomers on this too? We're blaming boomers for damn near everything. Housing market, vehicle costs, late night TV. Now, is that to say that a majority of boomers are like, well, at least a large population of boomers are left-wing enough to be able to stand that? There's no fucking way. Because even, I will say, even like right-wing stuff. What's Gret Gutfield? I don't really care for his stuff. He's fine. I don't think he's particularly funny. But that's the quote-unquote right version of late night. I guess that would be what boomers would watch too, who aren't into Jimmy Kimmel. I don't think vehicle costs have to do with boomers. I mean, technically,
what the hell are you doing?
Hang on. Technically, I think it could. There was a thing that was passed recently, 2021, which is a thing I've been digging into. Extra monitoring in your vehicle. Basically, they bought this. It was signed in 2021 by Joe Biden. This is where I'm blaming boomers on this, because boomers voted for Joe Biden. But I mean, boomers voted for everyone. Some boomers voted for Trump. Hey, but I'm just blanket statements. In 2021, Biden signed a thing that by the year 2027, They want all new vehicles to have cameras inside of them to watch you, the driver, and monitor you on your driving, and to see if you'll even turn on the vehicle. That's the other thing, too. That's the other big thing. So it would monitor your eyes to see if they're, like, wide and panicky, or you're, like, drugged out of your fucking mind. And if it hits any of the criteria it doesn't like, it won't allow you to turn on your vehicle. Cackle's an old pickup. However, the problem with this is, it'll even affect that. Again, the increase in vehicle costs. So new vehicles will cost a bit more because of all this stuff. But then older vehicles, if you're trying to trade them in, everyone's going to make a mad dash for older vehicles because they do not want to be monitored. And because of that, they don't want all the bells and whistles and all the crap. Older vehicle costs are going to skyrocket. Now, car manufacturers aren't going to like that because they're not going to be able to move stuff. So that's why I was kind of asking, like, wouldn't car manufacturers be against this for a multitude of reasons? If it ever fails, they're held liable that they didn't have a worky thing that monitor the people, or they'll probably pass that off on the driver. It's your responsibility to make sure we can keep monitoring you. So yes, used car sales are gonna go fucking bonkers. And that's how the boomers are affected. Like that, I blame the boomers. I wear sunglasses. I wonder if it'd even go so far to say if it can't validate you as a driver, it won't allow you to turn the vehicle on. Like, it'll have to, please remove any eyewear so we can perform the pre-driver test. Take off your glasses, please stare at the mirror, and you stare at the rear view mirror, and then it scans your eyes, you know, that type of thing. Like, you'd have to go through a whole process instead of what we had to do before, which was fucking fine. Get in the car, you turn it on. Oh, you don't have your seatbelt on? Fucking who cares? So if you don't have your seatbelt on, the chime will go off. Well, fucking fine, I can turn on the vehicle still. I bet you there are people out there that would make it that you can't even turn on the vehicle unless you're seat belted in. There are times I'll turn on the vehicle and then put my seatbelt on. Nothing wrong with that. But it's just going to cause all sorts of further problems. I can't even believe the fact it got this far along. So if a surprise tornado pops up near me, I can't drive away because I'll be too scared. Correct. Some sort of emergency happens, you gotta hop in your car and drive to the hospital quick, and you're a little bit jittery because of it, because you're trying to go to the hospital real quick. Well, you're a compromised driver, and we can't let you get away with that. How about if I'm actually, like, injured, and I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere. Scenario for you. Middle of fucking nowhere. I mean, the one example they use is, like, you're using a chainsaw on a tree. You're clearing some trees. Something goes wrong. You end up hurting yourself. Hop in your car, drive to the nearest hospital or whatever to get taken care of. Oh, wait, your vehicle sees you as being a little jittery, won't turn on. And you bleed out in your fucking truck in the middle of nowhere. Hooray. Saved a life. I think people are too spoiled by their automatic trunks. Trunks? To give up new vehicles? Automatic trunks? What's an automatic trunk? What? Are you saying automatic truck? I bet there's a point where you have to register a face scan. Hey! And the car won't turn on unless it recognizes your face. It's an anti-theft feature. Why wouldn't you want that? Yeah. You're not the designated driver of this vehicle or one of the approved... Because, you know, of course, it's going to be multiple faces. If it's the family van, the family minivan, you're going to need your face, your wife's face, maybe your kids when they get old enough. Everyone's face has got to be in the database if you want to drive this stupid minivan. The thing where you push the button and the back of the car lifts up, goes down... Oh. So you hover your foot underneath, like, the bumper, and then it opens up? That's more of a sensor, not exactly a camera, but yeah. Maybe the trunk doors and the auto close and you push a button? Yeah, sure. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff. The last time I was at the dealership when I was getting my oil changed, I wander around and like take a look at the new vehicles. And of course, every time I drop off my truck, whoever's checking it in, there's this one guy who works there who checks it in, and he's like thinking about getting rid of it. I'm like, not really. He's like, I wouldn't. The guy who works at the dealership says, don't get rid of your vehicle. And I'm like, I'm looking at the new vehicles, and they're just full of fucking crap that I don't need. Certain things of benefit, like a better USB phone charging, and yeah, navigation, I guess. But I'm like, I have my phone, and if my phone's still, like, as long as my phone is charged, which I like the charging feature, keep that. I can make my phone the navigation and not have to, like, connect it to anything. I don't have to worry about keeping my truck security patched so that way it doesn't get hacked or something. I'm still an automatic tech that people might not... It's still an automatic tech that people might not want to give up. What is? Which part? What was I talking about? Who are you? The auto trunk is. Oh, that's an automatic tech. Oh, okay. I mean, at a certain point, people don't even want... They wouldn't even want to give up power windows. And I can understand why. Like, power windows seem pretty simplistic. Now, the problem is I've had multiple vehicles. I haven't personally. I've been around multiple vehicles where the power window, the motor in the door, like, fucks up. This is why, to this day, I will never fully lower the window where it goes, like, into the door. Because I'm always worried that it's going to go into the door, and then the motor's going to break, and then I can't get the window out, and now I'm driving around with no window. So I always leave, like, just enough so I can grab it, which I've had to do on my dad's truck when his got stuck. So I can grab it and pull it back up. Here's how you beat it. Buy a new vehicle of a year that's before this takes effect, and take damn good care of it in the years to come. Simple. Problem is like, this would be 2027. So all vehicles made in 2027. So 2026, you're good. But even then, these ones that are made in 2020, like, depending upon what state you're in and stuff, each one has a little bit of tech involved in it that kind of changes things. They're trying to get your car monitored for how many miles you drive, so they can tax you on it. It's not enough to have, like, a gas tax and a tax on your vehicle insurance and a tax on vehicle payments and tax for the road that you drive on and tax. No, we also need to tax you for how much you drive. Yeah, to change both motors, and the one on the passenger was freaking inverted, so up is down and down. Wait, was it inverted before you swapped it, or after you swapped it? How was it inverted? I rode a motorcycle. Check, Meg. They'll come for you too. You live in Canada. They're gonna fuck you before they fuck us. They'll be like anything with a motor, and like, again, it just keeps building and building and building. Anything with a motor, anything that you're walking down the street on, it, like, just, it never ends. Never ends. They sent me the wrong motor. My dad and I are pissed, but it makes a great icebreaker when I have a passenger. So which okay, they sent you the wrong motor. Was it the one that was supposed to be on the driver's side, and they sent it to you on the passenger side, so it's like, it's flipped around, and you just made it work? How much does a door motor cost? I wouldn't think it would cost that much. But yeah, it's this. We'll see if anything slaps down. Have you tried reversing the polarity? Did you set it to Wumbo? Yeah, but this car thing, we'll see if it goes anywhere. Hopefully it gets slapped down. It sounds like some of the dealers, the manufacturers, are kind of fighting against it. Possibly because they're well aware of the fact that if they put this shit in there, people aren't going to buy their vehicles. Because you're going to tell them, it's like, well, don't forget to smile on the camera that's inside your... People kind of have a problem with being watched when they don't want to be. Especially when they don't have any control of the fucking thing. How can you fucking pass something like this? I think part of it was the Moms Against Drunk Drivers movement, because they were trying. It's all hidden behind stopping drunk drivers. It's not going to stop drunk drivers. It's really not. And plus the fact you're punishing everyone else. Some people are just kind of drunk looking. Now, the driver's side is fine, but I think they sent the driver one instead of the passenger. I didn't want to fuck with it since I had a technically working window. I'd prefer crank, to be honest. Yeah. I wonder if there's a... It's probably too much of a pain in the ass, because you'd have to install the crank in the door. To downgrade your power window to a crank, you'd have to cut a hole in the door, put the crank there, and the motor, and the up and the down, and yeah, that would be a bit more of a problem. It's a mess either way. How about things just work? How about we start making things that last like 50 years? Can we do that again? I got a fucking fridge that it makes ice. It's not set to make ice. It just ices up. It's probably something dirty in the back, but I can't fucking... And then you have these refrigerators that have been lasting longer than I've been alive. They just used to make shit that didn't break. That was their point of pride. Buy one of our things and then never have to buy another thing again. It will last you a lifetime. But then they realized, but that's not good for money, and if it keeps breaking and they have to keep buying it, then we can keep selling stuff. But then it would... I guess businesses went out of business when they've sold... If all they had to do was sell a refrigerator once, that was it. And then they were easy to repair, too. They'd keep like the schematics on the device so that way you could actually see how it was built. Sounds like the power is just hooked up backwards if it actually fit the door. Maybe. We need a whole new door, yeah. We were done with the whole thing after fiddling with it as long as we did function over form. I'm tired. I'm done. It works. Oh, you meant a crank window. I thought you meant you prefer crank instead of alcohol. I mean, he might. Part of the reason for fridges is because they banned the good refrigerant for no reason. Was it because of the climate? Was it because of the fucking climate nonsense? Like every appliance now is just absolute dog shit. May as well go back to using open flame to heat things. Ugh. The replacement is the same, but it doesn't work as well. So anyway, that was a good half an hour of nothing. I was already late by a half an hour because I forgot, like, I was like sitting here, I'm like, crap, okay, look up some stuff, look up, we're gonna talk about some Marvel Rivals stuff and how the fans have been reacting to it. It's been a pretty good mode so far. I'm just kind of curious what the metas is. The meta is. The metas. It's looking like the leaderboards are mainly populated in the top ranks with Moon Knight and Squirrel Girl are very much prevalent, which is sad because I was like, I'll go with Blade because Blade was the hot shit the last time. It turns out he's not the hot shit this time. So, Moon Knight, Squirrel Girl. I messed around with Jeff a bit. Jeff is pretty good. Punisher is good at like single target damage, but I don't think he's good at much else. And then like Thor is good at like AoE stuff, but he's not powerful enough to like really wipe the board, it feels like. There's all the Helldivers crash out if you're looking for topic material. Oh, right. From what I've heard of that, the little articles and stuff that I've watched of that, it's the same stuff that it's always been. People are upset at the fact that Helldivers 2 is pushing the war bonds. We know they're pushing the war bonds. They have been pushing the war bonds. It's just, part of it, if you want to glaze Helldivers 2, part of it becomes them being like, I want the new thing, instead of having to work for it, and work for it, and work for it. And have to put so much time into the game when there's so many other games, and then have to basically earn this if I wanted to get it for free. Earn the new stuff, which the new stuff sounds so cool, so great. And then there's all the balancing crap that they did, which now they're like, they made the bugs stronger against the mechs. Release these new mechs. Mechs suck. Buff the mechs. But the bugs aren't good against the mechs, or having problems with the mechs. Well, then buff the bugs. Are you on the bug side? Like, what the fuck? The main Helldivers guy that people like did an AMA to try to do damage control, but instead he dumped gasoline on the fire. Oh, I didn't know that one. It basically ended up saying, I understand these are things you want, but none of them are priority right now. And this is why I kind of don't want to play Helldivers anymore. I got Windrose. I can play a fucking pirate game. So this one meme I found was like arrowhead fatigue. Can I open browser? Can I pop this here? There we go. So there was this meme that I saw a little bit earlier. Arrowhead fatigue. We have an initiative to do better. We are working towards this, meaning like a bunch of corpo speak. Meaningful progression takes time to get right, and we are working on it. We are aware and are actively working to resolve this. But, point taken, we'll discuss with the team. I will discuss this with the team and see what approach to take. Let me run it by the team. So it's a half non-answer, and I am aware. I know this answer doesn't address the specifics, and I actually wouldn't know. A lot of the specifics I don't have, unfortunately. Arrowhead Game Studios, Stockholm-based game developers. A game for everyone is a game for no one. So many of you hardcore players want it, but it is currently down prioritized. But it satisfies a small portion of the fan base. I don't know what these numbers are. Are these levels of Helldivers? Oh, you sweet summer... Oh, you sweet end-game summer child. Weapon customization was deemed as not as significant. It is beyond what it is beyond what was originally intended. It's not enabled because of how hard balancing would be. How exactly is to be determined? I do not have a timeline. There are things in plans, but they are some ways off. Oh yeah, the sweet summer child sent people crashing out. Yeah, I can understand that. This is, however, some ways off, a year plus. And over the next years, you will have more power in the Galactic War. No, you fucking won't. No, you won't. They make it up. Big news in the future, can't say more. When? I don't know. But we are always forced to down-prioritize it. It really comes down to time. Not enough time. How is there not enough fucking time? Is it because you're crunching out all these fucking war bonds that already throw balancing out the fucking yin-yang? I think we need to update our original direction as the system has exploded. This is, however, a discussion not happening right now. This is a result of too big a game, since we prefer to have a tight core team. Helldivers 2, Big Tech Blog, install size. Question, will war bonds contain stratagems? Answer, no. New stratagems will be added to the stratagem menu and be unlockable through in-game play. We may add them to war bonds or superstore in the future. You just said, will they contain stratagems? And I think that's a big thing too. People want them in the store so that way they can, like, anyone can get them as long as you play the game. But I guess their idea is like, well, everyone can get the war bond if you just play. And I'm like, that's behind super credits. And there's a lot of people, me included, I don't want to fucking farm super credits. It's not easy to boot up the game. Like, I don't do brain dead Helldiver stuff. No. FYI, all these comments are out of his AMA. Are they really? No wonder. There is no deliberate lying, just complexity. Wow, I accidentally lie. I agree fixing the multitude of bugs is key. And unfortunately, our quality analyst doesn't catch these issues, and when they do, they aren't prioritized high enough. What the fuck? First off, you have a quality analyst? That's surprising. Some have been in the game way too long. We can do better here to up prio gameplay affecting bugs. We have been pushing hard as of late to achieve operational excellence, which means to deliver great builds without bugs on time. Active bug list official. What the fuck? And then this center quote, trust is not rebuilt by me saying yeah sometime in the future. It is by action alone. That clearly says that we are listening and acting in good faith. Yeah, but they're not doing anything. He denied that they lied about nerfing the coyote, sent people crashing out too. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. I know there's plenty of people, they will comment the fact there's like, I play Helldivers 2, I don't pay attention to the drama, I don't pay attention to the community, I just play a game, have a good time, that's it. And, you know, God love him. But so I don't know if he's lying or they're lying to him. Either way, it's not good. Like, wouldn't it make it a bit worse if they're lying to him? Because, like, you just sent that guy out there to die. You fed him a bunch of bullshit for him to PR stroke off the community, and you lied to him, so when he looks like a dummy, they're gonna murder him. And you'll just be like, I guess we need a new community manager. Lying to the boss. Oh, that's bad. I don't know. It's just a lot of this drama and crap. And then I look around at the games that I'm playing that don't have this bullshit going with it, and I'm like, I'd rather play that. Oh, he's the former CEO. Gotcha. They took the former CEO and gave him an AMA. Interesting. But now I got, like, Windrose. Windrose is a phenomenal game. I don't have any problems with it. I'd love to play more of it. And then now Marvel Rivals has its PvE. Like, I can boot that up whenever I want and have a good time. I bought it but haven't played it yet. Windrose, it's a fun time. It's a fun time. A lot to do. Very much lots of things to do. From your base building to I was like shipping to sailing. I have the fishing rod now. You can go fishing, which is a pretty fun little mini game kind of thing. And then, like, I don't hear anything from the community other than people being like, fun game, please play. That's it. I'm not hearing, oh, we have balancing issues. Oh, this enemy is a piece of shit. Please nerf. Like, it's just play the game. Been too busy to game much, but Pragmata higher on priority, so I don't get spoilers too much. Gotcha. I understand that completely. It's kind of why I rushed to play Resident Evil Requiem, because I kind of wanted to not have spoilers with that one, which I did have a couple, but it wasn't too bad. Now I've played it like 4 times, so doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's the thing that kind of prevents me from hopping into Helldivers. It's just the absolute crap. Plus the drama in Helldivers 2 of that one guy who basically called them out on the lack of balancing. He's like, all right, how about this? You guys finish off this difficulty or whatever and show how balanced the game is, and I'll donate $1,000 to a charity. And I can understand where people's argument was against that, saying that kind of puts the devs on the spot and gives power to the community more, the audience, the paying customer, which I'm like, shouldn't that be the fucking case? Like, I don't believe he was really, like, bullying the devs by saying, hey, I think you're lying, or you're mistaken, your game is not balanced, and hey, if I'm wrong, I'll pay up. But then they suck. Again, it's the people glazing the crap out of Arrowhead when it's like, why? What have they done? They made the game. Yeah, but they keep dicking with it every single time. I don't want to have a game that I just kind of set aside, play a bunch of other stuff, and then when I come back to it, it doesn't work the same. That the builds that I was using before, they're not the meta now, and then it basically means I can't do what I want to do anymore. I'd like it to just be consistent. I'm at the point where I don't have any more games I want to scramble to play anymore. I mean, that's a decent feeling. Then you can at least, like, pace yourself, go back to some older games. It's even worse. He just said play on 10 and post it. Is it? Some other guy said complete. Oh, yeah. The other guy said to complete it with the certain loadouts, and they doxed the first guy. And then the big issue was basically that after he was doxxed, the Helldivers community basically rallied behind the devs and said that this was fine and that he should have been. Hello, Tundaki. I don't believe that you should be ever on the side of the doxing, because that's really abhorrent shit. I can't even think of a time where doxing would be like completely acceptable, short of like if something was going on, you pass something over to, if it was something truly nefarious, you pass that over to the police. And if the police wanted to investigate and find someone, they're like, we'll find it out. At least they can go through the proper, get a warrant or searching and all that. But some rando on the internet who just like takes somebody's information and throws it out there and be like, this guy said an opinion I don't like on the internet. Get him, boys. Like, that's really shitty. That's mob mentality. Mob justice. I don't know how much I blame the devs, but the subreddit mod team handled it super poorly. Should have deleted the subreddit and rebuilt it after that. I think I heard one of the mods on the subreddit tried to claim ignorance and be like, no, but I don't have the control on the subreddit. But it's like, they do. They're like part of the dev team who was part of the subreddit. Anyway, just don't go to Reddit. Turns out Reddit bad. Reddit real bad. It gets kind of frustrating that the internet can be such a magical, wonderful place, and nostalgia. Back when, you know, we were just hopping on a couple sites, looking up Dragon Ball Z information, when the next episode's coming out, or checking your email, or watching some goofy YouTube videos. Like, the simplicity of the early days of the internet was amazing. And now it just feels like a threat. It feels like everything we do, everything we have, is wrapped up in the internet now. And there's no stopping it. Probably the only social media is more toxic than Reddit is Threads and Blue Sky. Good thing I don't go on either of those. Threads is Facebook's answer to Twitter, isn't it? And then Blue Sky is another version of Twitter. Everyone's trying to be fucking Twitter. Talk about simplicity. I remember when I first got email with a Juno account. Dial in, send, receive, hang up. Yes! Yes. Somebody had made the comment that it was like, I miss when the internet was a place you went to instead of something that was always there. Like, you would come home, I'm gonna go on the internet and check my mail, and then once you were done, you'd switched it off. Not this, where it's here forever. Blue Sky is definitely the worst of all of them, from the bits that I've seen. They are really, really bad. Which is hilarious, because they accuse Twitter, of course, of being you're the baddie. Like, it's always projection and finger pointing. But when I really think about it, so much of everything we do is tied up in the internet now. Right now, our entertainment. You're watching me on Twitch or YouTube. There's your internet right there. How you work. We have email at work. We have computers at work. We have point of sale systems, and it's just everything's the internet. Everything's the internet now. And then it goes out. Then everyone wonders, what do we do? Quote is saying that I've lived by since I joined Twitter. Twitter is stupid, and Instagram is Twitter for people who can't read. Yeah, that makes sense. Because Instagram is more visually based. I refuse to make an Instagram. Part of the reason why people ask me, Fatal Drum has asked me, and other people too. It's like, you know, why haven't you grown as a streamer? And it's like, I don't want an Instagram. I have an Instagram. I don't have a TikTok. Like, I'm barely on any other sites other than like Twitter. I'm barely on YouTube. Like, I'm just uploading Let's Plays. I'm not even really doing shorts and stuff like that. It's that whole idea of like, I fear the abyss staring back at me, which is kind of antithetical to like growing a brand, but here we are. Scary shit. Be nice to be able to just turn it off. May 22nd for that stupid Mando and Grogu movie. Holy shit. Critics didn't like the new Michael movie? Why? Wasn't gritty enough. Wasn't real. I wanted to see him get beat. Say, did Michael Jackson get plastic surgery? It kind of looks like he did. I mean, it's not... As a popcorn musical, Michael is an undeniable thriller. As a work of biography, however, it's bad and quite possibly dangerous. You're not giving me any... Oh, I mean, go to the full review, but it's like, could you tell me a little bit more as to why you say it's bad? Michael will inevitably attract ire with its depiction of Jackson's life, or more accurately, what it seems to omit. However, Michael is also an inexplicably boring film, which is bland at best and cowardly at worst. Bad movie with very good music that Antoine Fuqua deploys to disguise the fact that Michael is a very bad movie. Botched job after Fuqua does interesting work sowing seeds of folly. The glorious movie gives up and turns to total sanctification. Nobody can fault the filmmakers for the demonization of Joseph, but what makes the film such a distressing watch for all its polish is the gauzily viewed halo they insist on placing above Michael's head. Oh. Is this just like they're upset at the fact that they seem to gloss over any of his failings? Any of his problems? Shows the aspects of a public figure that the public never had access to, but Michael utterly fails at giving us any sense of who Jackson was behind closed doors. I mean, there's been a lot of biopics that have done something similar where they kind of glaze the people involved and they don't want to tell too much. Oh god, this stupid Animal Farm movie. Oh buddy. Oh buddy. Shit, I've fallen behind on that movie too. Time I got reincarnated as a slime. I'm so many seasons behind. Silence of the Lambs, Fight Club, putting older movies into theaters again. Into the theater again. Animal Farm, in theaters May 1st. So this weekend, an hour and a half. Kids and family. Anyone else have a problem with them making Animal Farm for children? Like, it really should not be for children. Like, children. If you want, like, what grade was I in when I actually read Animal Farm? I was like freshman in high school? I don't think that's children. Certainly not PG. That's over PG-13. So, yeah, it should be at least PG-13. This isn't fucking for babies. From visionary director Andy Serkis and featuring the voices of Seth Rogen, Mazzaro, Glenn Close, Woody Harrelson. Alright, let's see what it says. There clearly have been many better talking animal animated movies over the years, but Animal Farm could be seen as a teaching lesson for kids. That may be more than enough for me to forgive some of the film's weaker attempts at getting childish laughs. Here's the thing. Does it make communism out to be evil? Because if it doesn't, it misses the mark and should not exist. Otherwise, just make a goofy animal movie. Serkis's Animal Farm mostly holds true to major plot points, albeit in a kiddie-friendly way that undercuts the serious themes it presents. Well, then it fails. Because it should make communism out to be an absolute horror. I would love to know what the people who made the animated Animal Farm were thinking when they embarked upon this endeavor. Here is a movie so misguided that its existence doesn't make sense. For money. To be fair, the book did not make communism out to be evil, it made Stalin out to be evil, and Trotsky as the victim. Shut up, you fucking commie. Communism detected. Got him. Oh my god. I think you're right, though. I think based on like what I remember of it, they don't exactly blast communism. It's the idea of like how it was implemented and stuff. Yeah, because it still might work. Dirty commies. Oh, that's funny. Geared to younger children for inexplicable reasons, this version sacrifices the story's powerful political and social themes in favor of by-the-numbers plotting. Well, at the very least, would you say, like, it's certainly the story as it exists, not for children. Still not for children. I'd still think that. You gotta get the themes. Circus's heart is in the right place here, and there's just enough of Orwell's work to be recognizable, but juvenile sequences, poor animation quality, overt changes to the source material, and baffling needle drops dilutes the narrative too far. The problem isn't that the new Animal Farm is unfaithful, it's that the changes aren't an improvement. Most of them only call attention to the power of Orwell's novella and the comparative powerlessness of this new version. It's not a bad film. Sounds like it's a bad film. 0.5 out of 5. It's never too early to teach kids totalitarianism, and it starts with avoiding this. Tonally bananas, update won't please kids, parents, or Orwell's completists. Circus preserves Orwell's original allegorical message and intent, albeit slightly diluted, as the film walks a tightrope between the political urgency of the source material and the need to appeal to a wider audience. Yeah, we need to teach children about this. Circus and Stoller are after something flashier with the endeavor, and the cartoony approach does more to undermine the story's message than help it reach young minds. Just read them the story. I don't remember Animal Farm being a very long story. Just read kids the story. A dark tale that feels largely too dark for young kids, yet not actually dark enough to do Orwell's story justice, making you wonder if this could ever really work for a family audience. Some adaptations, it seems, are far less equal than others. Oh. Parables of corrupting influence of power and crude fart jokes can theoretically coexist, just like animals in the barnyard. However, they need proper shepherding, as opposed to what Circus did, drive the whole damn movie off a cliff. Yeah, that's... Don't know why. Don't know why. What other shit do I have? Did Invincible ever end? It's holy shit. Did this get done? Wait, April 23rd. Oh shit, this came out. Oh shit. Season 1, Stranger Things, Tales from 85. This came out. Welcome back to Hawkins in winter 1985, where the original characters face new monsters and paranormal mystery. Audience doesn't seem to care for it. Might be because the last season was kind of trash. Children are not wanting to watch this move on. Teen to adult, Nikki is lazy. Who the fuck is Nikki? She gets a laser beam. What are we watching? Axe Nikki and bring back their real teacher. And do Steve or Nancy exist? Will still have a brother or a mom for that matter. Oh my god. Sir Richard, you savage. This show is lost. Just stupid corny weirdness taped to a high animation budget. Made a spin-off character on a show that already ended. Said character is never mentioned in the actual show, by the way. Netflix, just stop already. They added a new character, apparently. I love Stranger Things and I love animation. This should have been a 100% win, but they went a little too hard on the girl power and making guys stupid or weak or impulsive. Whoever wrote this, for some reason, needed strong women to save the day every time. Also, the story isn't accurate to the TV show. They took too many liberties. I wish they could let guys shine occasionally. Couldn't even get through half the episode. One, it felt bland for Stranger Things, and yes, the animation is fine, but they move with such little expression, it almost makes me sick. It feels so shoehorned in, I don't like it. Maybe keep watching, I change my mind. Better than Season 5. Beating a dead horse, confused why you would insult a great series with an animated follow-up this bad. Same plot, same cast, bailed out after a mind-numbing episode 1. This is a spit in the face to an incredible live-action show. I couldn't get through the first episode. So disappointing. I know I'm a huge fan. I was Stranger Things. I haven't even seen the show. They should have kept the actual OG song. I was Stranger Things, but they didn't. I have to see it. Is it good or bad? I'll be judge of. I'll be the judge of. It is a good or it is terrible. I'll decide it's a really good one or a bad one. They're juicy. There's no fucking way a human wrote this. There's no way a human wrote this. This is goofy. I have to take a screenshot of this. Oh my god. Get in there. It's not a bad series, but it's not Stranger Things. Animated Stranger Things prequel was okay. Okay. It's either all stars or no stars. Them's your choices. Godzilla read that comment and died. Oh, shit. Oh, I thought that was the same guy because I had the Ghostbusters logo. Maybe that just automatically pops in there for reasons. Whatever. Not watching it. What do the critics say? Soullessness to the construction and delivery of Stranger Things Tales from '85. It's unshakable. It's cute and fun. Same storyline, nothing sets it apart from the live-action series. Yeah, there's no reason. People are saying that what it was supposed to be a video game that they just turned into a show. Who's the audience for this infantile animated take on an indelible series? Only diehards and dimwits need apply. Savage. Yeah, I totally forgot this thing was fucking coming out. Oh my god. That's funny. Back into obscurity where it belongs. Alright, how much money did Michael make? Came out April 24th. 226 million, not bad, not bad. Project Hail Mary, 614, not bad. Super Mario Galaxy movie, 832. Oh my god, is it really gonna make like $1 billion? Holy shit. Lee Cronin's The Mummy, probably not a lot. It's a scary movie. 66. You, Me, and Tuscany, 20 million. Lee Cronin's The Mummy made more than a horror movie makes more than a romantic movie. That's funny. That's funny. And Coyote vs. Acme is supposed to be coming out soon. Ostito? The fuck is that? Cliffhanger? Is this like the remake? Power Ballad, Scary Movie. Jeez, there's just like fucking drought in terms of like movies to actually go see. Holy poop stains. There's no reason for it. There's no reason for it. None whatsoever. Ooh. Okay. Oh, so in terms of the PvE, PvE modes like Marvel Zombies, and the upcoming Blood Hunt just feel right. Upcoming. Did it not say? I thought it's 7 days ago. Didn't it already come out? The core hero shooting gameplay is quite good, and we have access to a solid selection of characters and playstyles. And while the game does fulfill the fantasy of what if our favorite characters fought each other, it sometimes feels like the heroic aspect is missing. No Iron Man, I don't want to nuke the family of 4 feels wrong. The rivalry in the game, it's fine, but it's kind of strange that Spider-Man, one of the most beloved characters among Marvel fans, has been treated as a threat by players for so many seasons to the point that J.J. Jameson's words are becoming reality. Spider-Man, hero or menace? I want pictures of Spider-Man! Marvel Zombies was a good game mode that felt great. I could be heroic again. I could face the big threat alone or ask for support from friends or strangers. PvP modes can be stressful and even toxic. So having a cooperative space where I can play more casually with others will always be a plus in any hero shooter. Fucking sell it. That's exactly what I like PvE modes for. Is because the co-op, the competitive side, the PvP stuff, always ends up getting toxic. There's always some fucking ass clown who's upset that you're not performing enough or you're not doing things the right way. And yeah, I know we're all there for an objective of winning, but sometimes it's like, maybe I'm not playing well. I don't want to have to worry about my performance in a video game like that. Poor J. Jonah Jameson and his dentures flying out. Thief! Thief! Oh my god. J. Jonah Jameson, played by J.K. Simmons. J.K. Simmons was born to play that role. He's so damn perfect. I just hope NetEase doesn't neglect this aspect and keeps bringing more PvE modes with different themes and heroes. They have to. It makes money. There are so many scenarios that could be explored and plenty of heroes I'd love to try in a PvE setting. A full Guardians of the Galaxy mode would be goated. This is spot on how I feel. PvE feels more canon to me personally, and if it makes sense. I've had my time with PvP, but with a franchise like this, it's destined to thrive in both fields. I just hope this mode is permanent and they add more characters. I understand making the kits will take time, but I'm confident this will grow into something special. It could be its own fucking game, is what I've said. What's this? To be honest, Machine Gun Lightning Thor is the most fun I've had in a game. There was something so satisfying about that. The thing I hope they improve on the most is that it feels like there's more of a difference between waves besides number of mobs. The boss fights were really satisfying, but I would have loved slightly more variance outside of them. I'm so glad PvE is back and coming out sooner. Personally, I hope they can expand upon it a bit more as well, story and character-wise. But what we have so far, going up to level 70 as well and expanded options, it seems like it'll be quite a bit to dive into. The gear part looks interesting, yeah. And it was. Let's try the new PvE mode. It doesn't seem as over the top as Marvel Zombie Nightmare 30. Yes, yeah. Another less than noble sacrifice. Wait until you get to 70. I'm actually hard stuck. Never mind. I tried doing it solo. It was easy as fuck. Oh, that's how I feel at 86. Once I so how the nightmares go is if you solo it, the game gets easier because it scales with how many players are playing. So if you're ever struggling at something but you feel like your character is like pretty well off, try doing it solo and see where you get. You might end up doing a bit better, while everyone else is not such a sponge. Once I hit 80, the gear drops have been out of my favor. Before I was getting gold, I'd always get good gear at least every other round, if not every round. Now I get a bunch of gold, and they're either for builds I don't use or substantially less powerful from one to the next. I went from getting, say, plus 10 power to one, next plus 2 strength, blah, blah, blah. Yep. We've reached Nightmare 20. Too many vampires. Too many. I can see why all the rewards are locked behind Nightmare 70. It's a hardcore cutoff point where it becomes insanely difficult to get any value because those damn bats and their constant 1,000 plus damage and displacement BS. Yeah, things are just constantly like pushing you around and there's too many things. Also, some end bosses are much harder than others, especially when you get paired with teammates who don't seem to understand how Dracula works even at Nightmare 50 plus. Hello, Hoss. Garbanzo beans. Welcome. You don't enjoy Vampire Bouncy Castle? Meanwhile, I couldn't pass Extreme yet because fuck Dracula. You will if your character is pretty maxed out. What does he say? You think they would have added these guys to the new PvE mode? Yeah, Black Panther isn't in it. Wolverine isn't in it, and that bothers me because they're like this would be the perfect mode. Moon Knight, Psylocke, Iron Man, Black Panther, Winter Soldier, Wolverine, and Adam Warlock. That would have been such a great team. That is all. Okay, thank you. I would have loved Wolverine or Adam Warlock, or maybe Iron Man would have been hard, but who knows? Maybe they'll add more people. There's already flying units. It would have been so nice to have these guys alongside Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four because, you know, they were the ones actually fighting vampires and Dracula. I don't think we'll see flying characters in PvE anytime soon. They would be too OP. They would have to add a bunch of flying enemies, and then that puts everyone who can't fly at a disadvantage. Yeah. All I know is that it would have made the roster mostly Midnight Suns members because this mode is perfect for the team. Blade, Moon Knight, they cut Magic. I can imagine Strange and Elsa having fun. Elsa would have been a fucking slam dunk for this mode. Shuin, maybe? I would kill for Psylocke in this mode, yeah. I think they mostly focus on the map boss's progression and the enemies rather than the heroes. Really bummed about how Rivals devs seem to view PvE. PvE was always going to be an afterthought, and I can respect that, but I can't help but feel that the vision that the devs have for it is kind of heartbreaking and a wasted opportunity. The Marvel Zombies event was designed in a way that feels so antithetical to how you'd design a hero shooter PvE mode. They cut the roster down to 5 and stripped everyone of their abilities and largely just had us spamming primary fire into a crowd of zombies that just sort of slide towards the nearest guy. I'm yearning for an experience like the Overwatch Archives event. Even that, they were kind of scripted. The Talon soldiers made for excellent enemies because they were designed to fight hero shooter characters. The enforcers made sure you couldn't camp, the assassins forced you to stick together, the snipers forced aerial characters to play cautiously, and the heavy assault boss was absolutely deadly from the front but weak to being flanked. On top of that, you could use any characters you wanted, which added a ton of replayability. With just 5 enemy types, they'd assembled a little menagerie of bad guys that could comfortably go toe-to-toe against any combination of the playable heroes in the game. There were also special challenge variations with each mission, like giving enemies shields or giving them drop hazards, or making them drop hazards. Even without level ups or skill trees, the mode was exceptionally fun. Marvel Zombies, instead of making any interesting enemies, chose to instead reduce the complexity of the combat to the point where nothing really matters except the numbers. Choose the correct damage boosters, get enough HP to survive the one-shot move, and primary fire at the boss you've spent 45 minutes trying to get to. No teamwork, no resources, cooldowns, or abilities to manage. 90% of the roster missing. All of the stuff I love about hero shooters just gone. Big numbers go burr against the boss's 60,000 health bars is what we're left with. Yeah, literally billions of health. Now, I'm not going to pretend that the game mode wasn't likely cobbled together in a few months. I can accept that Marvel Rivals mode for what it was. An amusing little Halloween minigame that for all intents and purposes was fine. My issue is that it feels like what's going to be the norm for any PvE modes going forward. I could live with keeping the small roster and skill trees and such, but the stat booster, hold left mouse button to kill 1000 zombies gameplay needs to go. Let the characters use their full kits and play them how they were designed. Guy says, if it's popular, then they will add more characters. They bring out new champions on a monthly basis. And the last PvE mode was 4 months ago. Give it time. No, I want it now. I feel like they could make this a permanent mode and just keep milking it. Like, people are going to spend money to get lives to keep going. I'm yearning for an experience like the Overwatch Archives event. I played the Overwatch stuff 2 to 3 times and then never again. Never even bothered going after the higher difficulties. I put in around 90 hours into Marvel Zombies. I loved that mode. Finished it with all heroes on Nightmare 4. Finished it with all heroes on solo. Carried plenty of people on Nightmare 4 on Blade or Jeff. Did zombies finish quest or farm the weekly item points? I think there's a big difference between the Overwatch PvE modes and Marvel Rivals Zombie mode, as well as the upcoming Blood Hunt PvE. It's still upcoming. Upcoming? Did it come out yet? Buh. Yeah, all these are like from excuse me. All right. So, some mild news of the day from Tech Radar. The RAM crisis just got so bad that YouTubers are making it in their sheds, and our only hope now is a consumer rebellion. Refusing to play ball may be our only hope. It's bleak out there. First I was like, maybe it's getting better, and then I find this story. If you were hoping for some relief from the RAM pricing crisis, April hasn't delivered on that front. Actually, there is a caveat attached here, in that there has been one more positive development of late, although it has a sizable sting in the tail, as we'll see later. But before that, sorry to do this to you, we must wade through the quagmire of negative news been running theme this month. fact, we only need to focus on the past week to see multiple developments that underline just how bad things have gotten with RAM's situation. Previously, we heard about the stock shortages of the Mac Mini and Mac Studio, theorized to be down to the lack of RAM supply. And then on Wednesday, the base model of the Mac Mini completely sold out on Apple's online store. That's the M4 model with only 16 gigabytes of RAM, whereas before it was the versions that were heavily loaded with system memory, which were understandably in trouble. We also witnessed the launch of the Framework Laptop 13 Pro, dubbed the MacBook Pro for Linux users, which went down a storm thanks to many of its design decisions, with a notable fly in the ointment. That was the asking price for this notebook, with wallet-worrying starting prices, particularly in some regions where there are higher, much dearer baseline configurations. Naturally, those prices have been driven up by the rising cost of RAM and shortage, along with other PC components besides, including CPUs and GPUs. Also this week came the news that someone is making their own RAM in their garden shed, as reported by Tom's Hardware. Okay, so no, they aren't producing functional sticks of memory to slot into a PC, but an intrepid YouTuber did manage to craft working memory cells from scratch after converting a shed in my backyard into a Class 100 semiconductor clean room. This is actually a seriously impressive project, and I recommend giving the video a watch, as it's not just amazing what's achieved in this do-it-yourself effort, but it's also very educational in terms of how memory is manufactured and how it works. Although be warned, it does get quite techy. I mean, he's literally making memory chips. Ah, go away! Another major downer was a rumor that Microsoft's next-gen Surface devices are likely to be, well, shall we say, expensive. Or to quote the leaker in this case, prices are probably going to be so bad no one will be able to afford the things anyway. Yikes, and guess why? That's right, good old Ramageddon. And yes, okay, this is just a rumor, but we have already seen huge price hikes for existing Surface models, and those are very real. It's all connected, it's all the same. When they happened last week, they were taken as a sign that next-gen Surface hardware would also be a lot pricier, so that adds weight to this week's rumor. Top of all this, a further blow was dealt in the form of ASRock's new HUDIM memory. While on the face of it, this was billed as a clever innovation for producing more affordable DDR5 memory, it does so by cutting performance levels considerably. Still, that doesn't mean it's not a useful choice to have for budget builds, because it is. However, with companies coming up with longer-term solutions like this for the ridiculous pricing that's plaguing the memory market, this suggests the crisis really is here for the long haul. Ah, we're fucked. Continued bad news about SSD price hikes rather compounds all this, as that hardware is, of course, part of the main pain regarding shaky memory supply. So that's the latest miserable mire of bad news on the crisis, but what about the glimmer of positivity I mentioned at the outset? This is the fact that we've actually seen some sizable drops in the price of DDR5 RAM, and by sizable I mean in the order of 10% to 20%, and there looks to be some relief with DDR4 as well, albeit in a much more limited way, because people are rolling back to DDR4. Some were even saying DDR3, which, what are we doing? Well, that sounds great on the face of it. Hold your horses, because the price of RAM is shot up by a ridiculous amount, to the tune of 300% or more, and it's far worse than that for some DDR4 modules, going by recent reports. So those kind of 10% or 20% reductions aren't all that significant against this backdrop. Furthermore, this price drop isn't a result of improved supply for RAM, but as the analyst company that highlighted the DDR5 drop pointed out, it's a softening of consumer demand. In other words, prices have gotten so silly that consumers are just sighing, giving up, and refusing to buy in the hope that prices will come down. And of course, that's part of the supply and demand equation, which will indeed cause prices to drop. In short, it's not a positive thing in terms of better supply and stock, but a negative factor attacking prices and forcing them down regardless of inventory levels of RAM in warehouses and on shelves. Really, it's just another depressing facet of the reality of the RAM crisis. It also begs the question, is this ebbing demand due to sky-high cost of memory our best, or indeed only hope of price tags coming down? From where I'm sat, this seems to be the case. What's more, this slump in prices due to buyer refusal is likely to have a limited impact. Which makes sense. It's only something like we all stop buying it, prices start going down, then we start buying it, and the prices go back up. all the fundamental issues that caused the RAM crisis in the first place remain in full force. Extra manufacturing capacity at memory makers is not going to meaningfully spin up to a greater level for a long time yet. That won't even start until 2028, and AI demand for RAM looks as relentless as ever. God, when's that bubble gonna pop? This week we also heard again that AI's insatiable hunger for memory isn't going to be solved by Google's turbo quant tech, clever though it is. The CFO of memory maker SK Hynix, via whatever that fucking place is, recently said, although memory efficiency technologies may appear to reduce memory usage per individual device, in reality they are evolving in a direction that maximizes the amounts of context that can be processed per unit of memory. Means that memory efficiency tech like turbo quant will be used to drive better performance for AI rather than saving memory. So it's more efficient. But slim wispy hope. Just keep trying to stop it. Well, there's that frustrating bit. There you go. There you go. Oh, look, Touchman.
Stop
It's bad. It's so bad. What the fuck is this? Wait, what? Why is Luffy naked? Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's gonna be a fucking mess to make anything. Tales from the Crypt coming to Shudder? Hey. Oh, that's right. The official trailer for they're doing a PC version of Twilight Princess. I don't know how they're doing it, how they're able to do it without getting a immediate cease and desist from Nintendo. But they're trying to make it playable on PC. Let's see. Hang on.
Guess who? It's your old pal, the Crypt Keeper. Did you miss me, my horror-hungry humans? Of course you did. At long last, the crypt is open, and my entire Crawley collection of terror tales has been resurrected, uncensored by our delightfully demented fiends at Shudder. All 7 seasons exhumed and ready to shock. A drop-dead guest list of pretty faces.
There were a
will
lot of
provide
celebs
quite
in
the scream.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh my god!
I shudder to think what might happen if you don't watch. Or what happens if you do. So I'll see you soon, boils and ghouls. Tales from the Crypt, finally screaming.
Wow. That's a good deal, I would say, because there's a lot of really good episodes. And yeah, they did a lot of like kind of experimental stuff. They're like, we'll just grab a celeb, do a weird, goofy episode with them in it, and then it's like they'll have some fun. Like, you don't have to worry about too much stuff. Don't know of anyone who does anything like that anymore. Like Twilight Zone episodes and stuff. Ah, yes, Twilight Princess, yes. Yes. So hang on, let me see what it actually says in terms of the description. Coming soon, join our Discord. Modding scene about to go crazy. Watch them announce a remake in a heartbeat after seeing this. I don't think I'll ever get the high that I did when I played Twilight Princess, because it fit everything that I kind of wanted in the game. Like it was the darker Zelda that we wanted instead of the lighter. So widescreen, unlocked resolution, looks so good. Frame rate. Mobile, holy shit. Oh god, they put Linkle in here. That's cool. Breath of the Wild could suck my ass. Could suck my butt. Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, both of them suck my butt. Holy shit. Coming soon. Windows, Linux, that thing. Android, Apple, that thing. So good. I just hope they don't get a cease and desist. Because they won't do it. Because Nintendo hates money. Stupid. Oh, right. Spider Noir trailer. Oh, is this the full color
Every
trailer?
mystery forms a complex web.
I don't want the color trailer. I want the black and white trailer. Videos. What the fuck? There we go. Black and white. There we go.
Every mystery forms a complex web. But pull the right strand, and it's a straight line to the answer.
I'm glowing bright obsidian. Universe trends to disorder. Axolotl amphibian monsters on the loose.
Like, the music in this needs to be big band. Like, good big band music.
All you can do is fight to keep the chaos from your door.
I came here to offer you a job. My friend disappeared.
You haven't given us much to go.
What can I say? The world's a dangerous place. But I think you're braver than you let on.
Got me growing 6 black tentacles.
Oh,
Been in a
man.
hole ever since we
They added Project Hail Mary onto that just because it's getting
She's been in a hole ever since Ruby died.
We're chasing ghosts.
Maybe we can be alone together.
This is your chance to put that shovel down.
So what are you waiting for?
Let the best man live.
This is how it ends.
So Electro and what would be saying?
The people could use a hero. Fighting is the point.
This looks
He's the best
genuinely
showing
interesting.
down.
What happened to your face?
I walked into a door.
How many times?
May 27th. Could be good. Wait, this is live action or supposed to be animated? This is cool.
Yes, it sounds crazy, I know.
Okay. So it like I want to point out that it's like live action with an asterisk of like there's so much CG it may not be considered live action. The thing that that boils my testicles is the fact that they both made a black and white version and a colored version. If they were true creative people, they would be like, we're making a spider noir show. It will be black and white because we're trying to make it noir. There will be no color version. If you make it a color version because the Zoomers need a colored version. Ha! Look at all them colors. If you make it a color version for the Zoomers or whatever, because, you know, people think black and white is old and it's not, no one wants to see that. Yeah, then fuck them. Then they weren't really going to watch Spider... Like, again, it's expanding people's horizons on things. If you enable them to belittle themselves with color shows instead of black and white ones, it takes... Look at the dark. The dark, the shading, the shadows that you can get only in black and white. It's so hard to get things done right in color.
So what are you waiting for?
And then, of course, the color is going to be like all out the yin-yang. Like, it's like it's too colorful.
The people could use a hero.
Fighting.
Now, granted, it doesn't look like... looks a little bright, but it's still trying to keep like the tone, but it lacks... It's not... It doesn't look like Noir. It looks like every other show that we've seen.
Open your face.
You know? The digital look of it. They did it black and white. They flipped it.
It's to put that shovel down.
I came here to offer
Nah,
you
it
a
needs to be
job.
black and white.
Universe.
I'm upset. I'm upset in the way, because it'd be the same thing as, like, you know, when they said Clue had multiple endings, when there should be one consistent vision for your art. There's already people complaining about the fact that between people's monitors and TVs, there's a color gradient difference. And so when you watch The Matrix, for instance, you watch The Matrix on your TV versus your friend's TV versus your monitor, your computer monitor, the green of the world in The Matrix is a different shade of green. Sometimes it's a little bit more severe, sometimes it's a little bit lighter, but it should, like, as much as you can, try to make it reflect what the original creator's intent was. Going from black and white and color, this is like some Ted Turner bullshit, where he went back and he tried to colorize old black and white films. If you go and watch It's a Wonderful Life, and you watch it in any form other than black and white, you're wrong, because that's how it should be watched. That's how it was made. That's how it should be. Well, it's the limitations of the time. Yeah, this is some George Lucas shit, too. Where it's like, well, I didn't have CG at the time, so I had to use puppets. But now that I have CG, yeah, you ruined it. Sometimes certain things, like if Leonardo da Vinci, making the Mona Lisa, had access to a computer and could make digital art, would he do that? Or would he go, no, the art is in me making a painting? I'm sure he would make something else. It wouldn't be the Mona Lisa if he made it digitally like that. It just wouldn't. It has to be how it's made. Exactly as it's made, with the tools that make it. If you're using film over digital, if you're using practical effects over CG, it's all part of the vision of what you're trying to make. If you don't have the technology for it, a lot of people, they've said, I waited 20 years to be able to make this movie that I wanted because I had this idea for it and they just couldn't make it at the time. That's great. That's wonderful. You had the patience to do that, not just crack it out and be like, well, I'll make it again. So there's my rant about this should only be in black and white. As somebody who didn't work in the CGI in this show, I'm hyped. What? As someone who worked on being an audience member of the show, what? Whatever. We'll see. New content for Conan Exiles. Official enhanced update release date trailer. So speaking of like Windrose type game. Oh god, Unreal Engine 5. Holy shit. Oh, that looks more colorful than it probably needs to be. Static geometry. Through terrain. It seems like it's just visuals. But I mean, we've played pixel art stuff before. Oh, fuck. It's good water. Global illumination. Free visual upgrade. Interesting. What do you want the old upgrade? Vegetation and foliage. I heard Conan Exiles is harder than Windows. When does that come out? I don't know. But it's a release date for it, so hopefully there's a release date at the end of this. Is that a Drider? Rated user interface visuals. It's snowing! Maybe we'll have to load it up again after like 5 years. Holy shit. Why'd you stop playing it? Did you get tired of it, or did you not like something about it? Keep your bases and characters. I mean, it's all graphics. What? Dancing ladies. That lady had some very stiff breasts. Like Solar's kind of a multiplayer game, but there wasn't as much content there. Okay. Looks like there's DLC in other things. What if they took away the penis slider? They better not. May 5th, which is next week. Yeah, next week, next Tuesday. There you go. May 5th. Oh, right. Now we got Star Wars Maul, Shadow Lord. Official call for backup clip.
Call for backup. Sir, comms are down. All troopers, open fire. Blast him.
Again, why should I really care about a Darth Maul show? We know what happens to Darth Maul.
I guess so much for stealth.
He's so cool. Yeah, okay. Is that a feature where it explodes if it falls over? Why would they ride speeders up into a lightsaber? Don't they have reverse gear? It's more of the Empire's stupid, man. Then how did they win? House of the Dragon Season 3 trailer. I've not watched anything of House of the Dragon. I kind of don't care to.
You know how to power no
At this
man
point,
has ever
I think
wielded.
it's just funny to watch around us.
We will have an empire unassailable, Rhaenyra. And our children will rule it forever and a day.
Like,
All
is
that
it as
remains
popular as Game of Thrones?
is for you to decide what you want from this war.
I doubt the
You would
writing.
do things that your
could be
heart
that
would have
good.
recoiled from
I don't know.
before you came to the throne.
The Targaryens are a savage race.
We act with holy purpose. To restore a rightful king.
I'm going to kill my brother, or die in the attempt.
Draw your sword. Look to the sky. Doom and ruin surround us.
The other spin-off
We'll
looks actually
become
good. Yeah,
beasts
that's
of
true.
our own.
Yeah, with Duncan.
It is no longer safe here. There will be no doubt who the gods have chosen to rule.
June. Seems like a lot of people still like it. I remember a time when series had a season every year. Those were the days. I miss those days. Right. Is anyone going to defend it? CGI takes time. Yeah, right. Well, I hope it does well, but I don't have a lot of hope for any of the Game of Thrones things. I kind of gave up on it after, what the fuck? I kind of gave up on it after, Game of Thrones. Like, I didn't. I remember a time when a season had 24 episodes. Yeah. It was considered a, what would they call it? They called it a miniseries? It would be a miniseries if it had less than 24 episodes. And usually a miniseries would be like one chunk of whatever. So you could have like 2 episodes, 3 episodes, but they would each be like an hour long or something, an hour and a half long. A mini series is what we used to call it. Now these like, oh, it's a series. It's 8 episodes. Oh, it's a series. It's 6 episodes. Oh, it's a series. I don't think so. Often a miniseries would be only 1 season. Correct. But it would be complete. It would tell its story and get the fuck out. Now they're like 8 episodes for a season and then take multiple years to crank out another piddly 8 episodes. Maybe. That's the thing. Every year, 24 episodes, 45 minutes. Length. Standard, it happened every year. Standard length of the season, standard length of the episode. Now we have it where we can't even have a standard length of the series. Sometimes it's 6, sometimes it's 8, sometimes it's 12. Oh, can't have a standard length of the episodes. Sometimes it's 30 minutes, sometimes it's 40 minutes, sometimes it's 50 minutes. Who knows? It's just how we felt at the time they made it. Streaming makes it so easy. Fuck off. It's not respectable of the audience members' time. If I can only sit down and set, I have a half an hour. I have a half an hour. I have 40 minutes. I have 50. Whatever the standard is, make it that every time. So not like, oh, I just watched it and now I don't have enough time to finish watching it. I guess I'm going to bed. I hate it so much that nothing is standard anymore. And it just all sucks. I think Predator Hunting Grounds is still happening. Maybe. What's the new season of Invincible? It was like, where's the rest? Yeah. Now it's almost like shorter on purpose, and they like burn through all their funding.
Chopper's here. Go, go, go!
On the move.
8 episodes. Okay. Play now as Father Predator. Is that from the show? From the new movie? Never realized they still updated this game. Thought this game was dead. There wasn't anything coming to it. Jeez. It's a concept trailer for Legend of Zelda.
Before time began,
is this
3 forces
AI?
descended upon this world and left behind a power that would shape the destiny of all.
For generations, peace held.
You know
But now, an evil begins to stir.
That's, I mean, they're using the song Time, but sure.
It appears that the time has finally come for you. Link, you must find them. The 3 spiritual stones. Or else darkness shall consume all of Hyrule.
Spoilers, it still will.
I knew that you would leave the forest someday, but we'll be friends forever, won't we?
Sorry. I mean, fuck, looks good to me. A little lack of that impact.
Link. It's time.
That's not when she gives him the Ocarina of Time. She chucks it in the water as she's leaving. I'd watch the fuck out of that. Holy shit. Holy shit. But then they want to do a live action version of it for some reason. For some sheesh. Oopsies. There we go. New season of Vox Machina is coming out. Season 4 premiering June 3rd. A lot of shows coming out.
I have been preparing you for what
May and
now
June.
begins. Everyone is in danger.
Let me guess. A vague portent of doom with little to no explanation.
This realm is built
People are
on
saying this has better
false
animation than
gods.
Invincible.
The old ways must die.
Who the fuck are these people?
The usual. Death cultists, supernatural villains.
Classic Vox Mox. I did not miss the constant peril.
Vox Machina is here. Kill them all!
Ah, crap.
Most problems can be solved by punching.
When they can't?
You kick. Oh, I could get used to this!
2, 3, 4!
The goofiness of Vox.
This has been playing out for long.
Which the other series I didn't hear nearly
Maybe it's a complete and
lot
utter
of
coincidence?
We're not lucky
excitement
enough for
about
that.
You cannot protect them all.
We're Vox Machina, and we don't run. It's time to fuck shit up.
What the?
Oh, fuck a duck. In the span of 24 hours, you've caused unfathomable amounts of property damage and confronted a lifetime of internalized parental issues.
Welcome to Vox Machina.
Just look, how many fucks do they need? I don't know. It's kind of the nature of it. You're right though. It gets kind of like. Would you prefer? So in terms of world building, if we're gonna talk about this, in terms of world building in a fantasy world, using expletives that we use in the common vernacular kind of ruins the world building, kind of ruins the immersion, because it's like, well, I say fuck, and then they say fuck. Would you rather them use an in-world expletive, an in-world made up. I would prefer expletives that are unique to the world. Thank you. Yes, that. So, but something like, let me think. So, Battlestar Galactica used what? Frack? Frack was the big one. So it's like similar to fuck. It's an F word, and they say that's frack. What was the other show? Had Crichton in it. It was not Stargate. Ben Browder. Oh god, what was the name of it? Why can't I think of it? They used Frel. Frel Hazmata, not Andromeda. Farscape. There it is. Farscape. Frel. Yeah, Frelling. Frack. I'm pretty sure Frack was Battlestar Galactica. Frel was Farscape. Jesus, it lost my mind. But right, you're right. Having it be, and that's the thing. Didn't Battlestar Shatterstar say frack? You mean Battlestar? Battlestar Galactica. The new Battlestar Galactica, they said frack. Yeah. Frel was Farscape. Stop making me forget it. I'll remember it one of these times. No, I meant Shatterstar from Mojo World. Oh, maybe. Frack seems like a relatively common expletive substitute. That's why like in terms of my made-up swear words, frack is bottom. It's cheap. It's like you may as well just say fuck. Like just say it. Cyberpunk 2077. Even though it comes from our world and there's still like shit, fuck, damn, and stuff like that, they add in gonk and other like slang terms that fit in there. But yeah, this doesn't have in Vox Machina. They don't have the thing, and I think it may be one of the problems that I have with like how Critical Role does things and how the world does things is because I feel like they're trying to make it too appealing to the major audience, because like, well, we don't want to scare them away with making it too hardcore fantasy where we actually build this world and have it be a breathing. No, we want it to be like your friends can play. This is what I have not seen the newest Dungeons and Dragons movie, but from the goofy aspects that I saw of it, I don't want it to look like I'm playing D&D with my friends. I don't want it look like we're sitting around the table shooting the shit, making stuff up and saying whatever comes to our mind, but still like that's cheap writing where you're still using things from like what you know as opposed to building. No, it's what the world is, not what you know that you can make up. No, it's what the world is. I say if they do not come with believable etymology for whatever frack they come up with, stick with fuck. Yeah, but it still feels cheap, though. Like, how can you not make up expletives? I wonder if gonk is a Chinese thing. It might be. Well, like, Firefly, for instance. Whenever they needed to swear, they just rattled off expletives in Mandarin. Because the world was very much... It made sense for the world to be very Mandarin-focused, very Chinese origin, because it fit them. Like, yay, world building! But... yeah, this one especially, it strikes me. It's one of the weakest parts of Critical Role, in my opinion, is that it feels like, man, you guys really aren't trying with the dialogue where you just sound like any of us. But that's what I feel like people enjoy about, or what they assume D&D is. That's what they want D&D to be. They want D&D instead of making D&D or whatever world. You can make D&D anything you want, I know that. But in terms of pure escapism, you want to step into a whole new world, You want to step into a different world from your own to escape. Really get yourself in there. And I feel like with Critical Role making it popular, people just thought, oh, all D&D is our world, but I'm a mage. Our world, but I'm a barbarian. And then that they just reference stuff, movie references and stuff like that within that D&D world, where it'd be like, I don't know what you're fucking talking about. That's not how that works. So yeah, I feel like that's the weak part of this, and it's missing something from it. I mean, it's still entertaining. It's their own homebrew stuff. If this was like, this is what D&D is, I mean, that would be one thing. No, this is their world. Their world has them saying fuck and all that, and it fits a little bit more. But if they were to take something like Drizzt, you know, Forgotten Realms, anything that's in the actual D&D universe, and then try to make it like that, I'd hate it. I would hate the crap out of it. You have dark elves that are just like swearing up a storm and stuff like that and doing, no, that would suck. This being its own separated thing is fine. In this world, they can do that, they can say that, it's fine. But it still does feel a little weaker than if they had just made up their own. It's a game called Dark Swarm by Ghost Ship, who did Deep Rock. Now, I thought this was going to be like a Deep Rock offshoot. It's not.
One by one.
Oh, buddy. It's 4 idiots try to do a thing.
So don't be one. Be together. Face the greatest threat to mankind together. And when it strikes, fight together.
Together. Yeah, someone's gonna still solo.
And when you're completely swarmed, run together. You will run out of ammo, run for your life, run out of time, run out of luck, never outrun them, because they have overrun the universe. Take it back together.
What the fuck is that? Oh my god, what the fuck? That's a penis. Well then.
Go away.
Well, I think I got done what I wanted to get done. So now we got our stuff done. Hooray! 2 years ago. Katina, did you not do another video? Is that what's happening here? 9 days ago. I did watch this one. The mucho burrito. Burrito. Ice cream challenge so big they called a doctor for the last guy to attempt it? What the fuck? Let's go beard meets food. We'll go beard meets food this time. It's a pizza one. Pizza seems like an easy go of it.
So,
where is this? Denmark. I didn't know Denmark had pizza. I would never assume Denmark for be a pizza place. Well, I kind of want to wind things down. Again, I want to kind of get out of here before it hits midnight. Why would Denmark not have pizza? Well, it doesn't seem like that would. I mean, most places have pizza now. It just seems odd. You'd think it'd be like, I don't go to Denmark for pizza. They would be heavy on the dairy and grains and meats. Apparently I need to go to Denmark because I like dairy and grains and meats. That's my favorite things. But yeah, we got done what I wanted to get done. Apologies for the late start, but I also want to get things done and wrapped up before midnight because I'm a bit tired and I want to go to bed before midnight. Try to anyway. But we're gonna wrap things up here with a Beard Meets Food video, and then I will do my wrap-ups here. So here we are. Win 2,000 cash if you can beat Denmark's biggest pizza challenge. We're in S-K-I-V-E, Skive? Denmark. Shawarma and Grill, intrepid crust combatants can get 30 minutes in which to finish a 60-centimeter meat lover's pizza in order to win not just a free meal, not just 2,000 DKR, Denmark, something, but a flipping giant trophy too. So let's see.
we had to arrange today's challenge in advance, and it transpires that the owner of the restaurant has tipped off the Danish media. Look at that. So I'm expecting a 100-strong, hysterical crowd, maybe a few tents, gonna be autographing some babies, kissing some grannies, complete beard mania. Or more likely, an entirely empty restaurant. Who's gonna...
Let them know. No one did. This is a nice town.
Look at that. Not a person in sight. Taylor Swift, I am not. Should we get inside? I'm in the mood for some pizza, you know. Been a while. So, as we arrived, there weren't really any human beings around, and now there seem to be a few. I'm sort of hiding a little bit behind this tree. I'm certain they're not here to see me. They might be smoking or vaping or whatever kids do these days, but they could be here to see me, so could be the difference
It's this
between
10-minute
success
video,
and failure.
and he's kind of vamping with some other stuff without not sitting in front of an eating.
Hello.
So
How do you do, fellow kids?
not gonna
The
take
challenge
that
we're
long for
doing
him to eat
today
this, I feel.
is an unbeaten 60-centimeter pizza. It costs 500 Danish crowns to attempt, but you win 2,000 Danish crowns cash money if you can finish it. That sounds like a lot, but I'm not sure how much that is in English pounds or dollars. We find out? £230 and 80 pence. Could I order one giant pizza, please?
Yeah, the pizza challenge.
Yeah, the pizza challenge.
Yeah, of course you can.
It appears to be served in a box. So in the interest of finding out how hard this could potentially be in advance, I wonder if we could get a box. Oh, maybe I didn't want to see the box after all. Take it away.
You cannot lose
seem that
today.
bad.
I don't think you're gonna do it.
So $78
No.
to attempt, I guess.
That's too big.
Oh, no.
It's like a thin crust.
All right,
though.
today we're at a place called Shawarma and Grill, which is in Skive in Denmark.
Yeah.
And we're doing battle with their as yet unbeaten 60-centimeter pizza challenge. If you finish this, you win 2,000 Danish kroner.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah? 30 minutes is the time limit?
Yeah, 30 minutes.
I know. Can you tell us what's on here, real quick?
Yeah, it's our meat lover. It contains,
Didn't
of
tell 'em
course,
what was on it.
tomato and cheese, kebab, ham, sausage, beef, and chicken.
If you're ready, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go!
That looks like a good pizza, though. I think it's just kebab meat. Wouldn't it be like lamb?
See the two girls over there? They're enjoying some type of wrap while watching the show.
Oh my god.
Think he's got it? Yeah.
Kebab is a preparation style. Right, which is weird to me. To just say there's
Those are
kebab
some
on there.
crazy numbers. 11 minutes, what are you talking about? I'm not sure if I ever had kebab meat on pizza before, but it works, I like it.
I assume sausage. I was thinking lamb.
So you're like a Formula 1 driver with the pizza. You're starting to realise why it's better to watch an edited video now, yeah? Yeah.
I love that she said yeah. No hesitation. Yeah. Give me sauce?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, that's 5 minutes down, Adam.
5 minutes.
Here you go, Adam.
Thank you very much.
A little bit of everything here as well. Our own dressing, garlic, and chili.
But more finely ground.
How's the sauce?
Okay.
There's definitely tahini in there. I've got one of the secret ingredients. Now the hard work begins. Crust.
It's wild behaviour that you don't just do crust first.
Who's a professional here?
Him, I guess.
About 10 minutes down, Adam.
I'm falling down. You think I'm allowed to stand up? Am I allowed to stand up or no?
Of course.
Yeah?
I had one. He took a run out here and came back and.
Took a run?
Yeah.
The guy took a run and came back?
Yes.
I'm not going to do that. I just want to get some more water. I'll be back.
You see how much is left? Look how much is left. There must be 2 pieces worth there. And if you were to put that together, there's 2 pieces. Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Is my face starting to swell up again?
Yeah, you do look like you've been stung by some bees.
Bees plural?
Yeah.
More than one bee. Right, come on. starting to slow down here. We should probably have sat a little bit away from the door. Pizza's starting to cool rapidly. If I lose this one, I'm blaming you. Oh.
Imagine hurting yourself.
This stuff is delicious. And I'll wind up using 2,000 Danish crowns worth of sauce.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
He still has like 15 minutes.
This is a very good pizza. I don't want to say something that's going to get me beat to death here, but Denmark is not exactly synonymous with exceptional pizza, is it?
See?
Italy maybe, but this is really good pizza.
I hate how he's eating it. You mean like stacking the
chewy now.
The pieces together? Put the toppings on the outside?
It's like a bit of a zoo, man. We see how many people.
He's making a sandwich.
This monkey.
I haven't really thought about it like that, but yeah, I do feel a bit like a zoo animal.
You certainly eat like one.
Savage. I'm on your team, mate. There's your raspberry drink. Help you get through.
Thank you very much, Josh One. Hey, what a man. He shoots on cannon just like me.
I'm a journalist from the local newspaper.
This feels like a joke now. This is fine.
No, it's true.
He made the
10
news.
minutes left, Adam.
Huh?
10 minutes.
The thing is, he was kind of screwing around a
sauce
bit.
is
Like, I
delicious,
felt like
man.
if he was going really serious, he would have gotten it. I want to taste the toppings, not the bread. Right.
24 and a half minutes so far.
5 minutes.
5 minutes left.
Yeah,
25 minutes.
All right, one mouthful. All right, it's a big mixed food, and that was shawarma and grills, 60-centimeter pizza challenge. Just about beat. Which one of you lunatics said 11 minutes?
Me. You want a dessert?
Oh, she's seen the videos before. Absolutely, yeah. If you got
We
him.
have a dessert ready for you.
That was delicious, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was amazing. You want the dessert now?
Why not?
I'll take
Thank you
this.
very much.
What's that?
Look at that. That looks interesting. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah, what is it? What's this?
It's a Lebanese cheesecake.
Lebanese cheesecake. I've never had that before.
Our pizza man's mother made it just for you.
The pizza man's mother made it just for me.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I said thank you very much. That's really kind.
Now, I love cheesecake, but I've never had Lebanese cheesecake before. Whoa. That is incredible. This is amazing. It's got like a sweet aromatic taste to it. Almost like kind of Turkish delight.
Oh my god.
It was touch and go there, boys.
When it took you, I think it took you 15 minutes to do like the last, maybe 8th of it, and it was clap cold. I was like, it might not do it, you know.
It was exponentially getting colder.
Yeah.
I'm glad I started with the middle actually.
Here you go, Adam.
Holy shit.
2,000 Danish crowns.
Oh, thank you very much. There you go, Josh. That's for you, not skiving today.
Thank you very much.
Get off it. Keep it, man. Keep it. Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
You thought you got a bonus?
As if I'm going to give you 2,000 crowns.
I mean, you could argue the fact that like a lot of these competitive eaters, they're already making money in like other deals and stuff. Do they really need to take the money from this hard-working establishment?
Not for me. That's for you. No way. Yeah. This for me. Not bad. That's a trophy. Whoa. Feel that? Feel that? That was premium.
How do you think it went?
I think I was sort of off the pace. I'm feeling a little old now. I got it done in record time, and that's really all that counts.
Yeah.
It seems so weird that she's like an actual classic journalist, that she's interviewing him and like writing it down with pen and paper instead of just like recording what he's saying.
This is absurd.
Thanks, boys. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Thanks.
This
A lot of the YouTubers probably don't make great money, but the big YouTube ones make a ton. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Bye.
So if it was like, you know, me wandering in, that would be one thing. But yeah, these guys, he's got 6.44 million subscribers. He has to be and this video got 139,000 views. Like, he's got to be at least getting decent YouTubing money. Maybe it's a Danish thing where they have classic journalists that actually do their job. I think it might be a small town thing, because it's such a small area. Maybe that's why. Alrighty-o. Let's see who's oopin' and boot. Bootin' and oopin'. Oopin' and bootin'. 139 views so far. Yeah, it came out 2 days ago. So, hang on. Good question. Let's see. Oh, how many views? That was like 3 million. 3.5 million views. So, views, not upvotes. Yes. It was 139,000 upvotes. So views, which is what YouTube would work with ads and stuff, 3.5 million, 3.3 on the last one, 6.4, 5.5. He's averaging about 5 million views. 9.4 on this one, 3, 5, 11. Every single one is at least 5 million. That one was 3. It was a little low. 12 million. Like, holy shit. Yeah. So his views are getting ads, and the ads are being seen by 3 million people. Yeah, that's enough money that he can turn down the 2,000 Danish whoozy whatsits. Whatsy whoozits. So. Let's see who we got. Who we got. Oh, a lot of people on. 1 million views is probably over 3,000. Yeah. And that's why and it's a 10-minute video. 10-minute video, 3 million views. Like, that's good money. Good money. Doesn't seem to have to like work too terribly hard to get that going. I feel. Let's see, who should we go to? Hot dog, raw dog. Hot doggy. Hot raw doggy. Yeah, let's go to the hot doggy. He's doing more Dragon Quest builders. That. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching and stopping by. Special shout outs to those of you on the Twitch side and the YouTube side. I greatly appreciate you guys hanging out and chatting and lurking and all that stuff. Again, I apologize for being so late, but I got distracted. But we'll be back again tomorrow with Resident Evil Requiem, finishing off that game. So if I can get the puzzle done, we're done with Requiem. And then Thursday, I think what I'll do is in the in-betweeny work on Marvel Rivals, their PvE mode, because I'm really excited. I kind of want to level up some of the more of the characters, grind some loot and stuff. It's a good time. And then on Friday, I mean, for fuck's sake, we might do more Marvel Rivals that day, just because it's this special limited time event. And then we still have Windrose that we can fall back on as well for other things. So that's what we got going on for this week. Okay, we're gonna go over to Happy Hot Dog, who's playing Dragon Quest Builders, and that'll be it for me for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate you guys hanging out, and I'll talk to you guys later.
From the quiet grind to the late night glow, built it step by step, let the whole world know. Mind sharp like lightning, calm like stone, walks his own path, never walks alone. Got vision in his eyes, got plans in play, turns maybe someday into watch me today. Every move steady, every word clean, power in the silence if you know what I mean. When the odds stack high, when the road gets thin, that's when the fire starts burning within. Make us hear the name ring louder, turn every step, never follow the crowd. From the spark to the strength to the will to ascend, this is how legends rise. Make us, yeah, feel that flame, built on skill, not chasing fame, standing tall till the very end, respect on the name, got patience like time, got focus like steel, knows what's fake and what's real. Every challenge met with a calm resolve, never backs down, always evolves. When others doubt, he doubles down, turns pressure moments into solid ground. Doesn't talk big just to make a sound, lets the work speak when he comes around.